That's okay. I'm messing up our order a little bit. We actually need to take a moment to honor a couple of members of our community who we have lost this year, and honor them with some ways to make sure we remember them all the time. So is Sam Chapman in the room? Sam Chapman.
Woo, Sam Chapman.
So it was just about an hour ago where Stacia asked me if I would say some words about John Walsh. Raise your hand if you know who John Walsh is. It's okay if you don't. So look around. John Walsh has had such an amazing impact on my life and a lot of other people's lives as well. And so I'm going to try and keep this short so I can keep my composure, but I'll tell you a little bit about how I knew John and the influence he had on my life. So for those of you who don't know, I started a chapter at University of Oregon in 2009, and it was actually John that, it was because of John that I discovered SSDP. I was doing a project for a sociology class and met at a normal rally, and John was tabling for SSDP. John was never a student, but he was a reformer across the board, whether it be for drug policy, environmentalism, whatever it may be. He was there, and if you ask any staff that has worked in the SSDP office up until John passed away a couple of months ago, they definitely would have stories about John calling, because he collected single-handedly more signatures and more goddamn emails than anyone in the entire country with one hand. It was really something amazing, and he would be very, he could be abrasive at times when he would ask for these signatures, and that's why he got so many. He would scare people sometimes and say, "Hey, I need your signatures. We're gonna legalize marijuana. We gotta get the signatures." And for some people that was kind of a turnoff. For a lot of people, they were really curious to hear his story. And John, in this actual photo, is wearing a t-shirt that we created in 2010 when we held an event on campus. We had an in-campus die-in to represent. We had 40 different people. We teamed up with a couple of Latino networks, and we all wore shirts that said, "I represent 1,000 deaths due to the war on drugs." We did a huge stunt in the middle of campus, and John was there, right there with us along the way. So John was about freedom more than anything. And I think that it's really important to recognize people like John here, because while not all of you know him, you've experienced some of his work, his tactics, and you share his passion for freedom. And I think that he would love meeting you if you hadn't met him. And he'd have plenty of stories and advice for you. And I think I'll just leave it at that for now. So, John.
One of the things that John was known for was regularly calling the office, sometimes a couple times a day, and making requests. And so we have, in his honor, named what has formerly been known as SSDP Blue as John Walsh Blue, because he would call up and ask us to send him the blue things, send us the blue things. So SSDP Blue shall now forever be known as John Walsh Blue.